Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gridiron Network podcast. Today, we have another mock draft. We've been gone for a little bit. We've had some huge technical issues over here, but we are back. We've got a mock draft. Harry, how are we feeling today?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. We're getting really close to draft time, man. So I'm excited to get into a mock draft here.
Yep. I mean, drafts, what? It's about a week away at this point as the time of recording. We might have time for one more mock draft. I'm not sure on the time frame. I just spitting off the dome here. Might have one more before the draft comes out. But if not, this might be the last one that we do here before the draft. We're gonna kick things off today. I've got the odds. Harry has the evens. As usual, not much changing when it comes to that first overall pick. The Raiders, they will still be selecting Fernando Mendoza, even though Harry, he is not going to be there on draft night. How do you feel about that?
That is crazy. I feel like I don't like how recently I feel like more and more players are not attending the draft.
Yeah, there's only 16 players that are going to be there on draft night
Wait,
for the first round.
what? 16?
Yes,
Oh, that's crazy.
16, dude. The last
Yeah, that's
the last number one
crazy.
overall pick to not be there on draft night was Trevor Lawrence back in 2021, I believe. So it's
Mid.
been a while, but yeah, dude, you would think that's like if I was an NFL prospect about to be drafted, I would want to walk across that stage. That's such a like you made it
It's what you
moment.
dreamed of, you know? Like
And these
literally
guys just
since
don't care. I don't get it. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense. But I mean, this team needs a lot of players. So hopefully I'll give them a good one here. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I feel like pretty consistently the number 2 pick for us have been Arvel Reese. I'm gonna go with what I went literally the first mock draft that we ever did. I'm gonna go with David Bailey, and I'm going with David Bailey just because they needed. They were terrible in sacks. I think one of the worst teams in the league last year with sacks. And this guy had 14 and a half last year. I mean, he's just a guy that can instantly help from day one, and he's exactly what they need on that defense.
Dude, I'm shocked he didn't go Arvell Reese. I guess, just wanting to switch it up a little
Switch it
bit.
up. Switch it up a
Switch it
little
up.
bit.
It doesn't hurt, doesn't hurt.
It just wouldn't really shock me if they go David Bailey at 2. I wouldn't be too surprised.
I'm trying to think of what I want to do if I want to switch it up with the Cardinals here, but I just think it's the right choice. I mean, it might be boring because I feel like we make it every time we do a mock draft. I'm sure everyone out there has made it when it comes to a mock draft, but it's going to be Francis Mauigoa for the Cardinals here at pick number 3.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, that's just a guy that'll plug and play for them for the next 10 years. So, I mean, perfect pick. Now we're number 4. This is where it gets very,
The
very
sweepstakes
interesting.
for Jeremiah Love begin.
This is 100% where it begins, but unfortunately, this is not where he is being selected because Arvel Reese is here at number 4, and he could easily go off at number 2. So for Reese to fall to 4, I just don't think you pass that up there.
And then we get to the Giants here. A lot of talk of them taking Jeremiah Love, even though they've got, Scadaboo over there. Do they do it here? I don't think so, man. I really don't think so. I think they go and grab Sonny Styles. I mean, again, I feel like I make this pick every time when I have the Giants, but I think it's the right pick.
Yeah, no, great pick, great fit. And now, oh man, what do the Browns do here? They have a lot of options that they can do. Oh man. I think I'm going to go with they do not have a wide receiver one. Jared Judy is just simply not that.
Butterfingers.
So I'm going to go with yeah, exactly. I'm going to go with Carnell Tate still. I think he can just come in here and be their wide receiver one. Well, unfortunately, that kind of sucks for fantasy.
And we get to the Commanders, and 2 routes that I can really see them going here in Jeremiah Love and Ruben Bain. But I've seen a lot of reports of Ruben Bain slipping down the draft. We're not doing trades this time around, but I have seen a lot of talks of teams that this is going to be a trade heavy first round. And a lot of teams, if the Ruben Baines, the David Baileys, any of those top edge rushers slip into the double digits, that we could see a lot of teams calling, trying to trade up for him. But I think the Commanders, this is where he goes. This is where Jeremiah Love is going, to the Washington Commanders here at pick 7.
Absolute perfect fit. That's exactly what that offense needs. And now the Saints are on the clock here, number 8. Man, I think if I think Carnell Tate could start being a possibility if he was to fall to this pick, but unfortunately for them, the Browns got him a couple picks earlier. I don't think they look at any more receivers just yet. I think they address their defense, and you get Ruben Bain, man. He is an absolute dog, and he gets he gets here to you at 8, and I just think that's a perfect fit for that defense.
And then we get up to the Chiefs here, and couple routes we can go. Obviously, pre-draft, we were really looking at running back, or I say pre-draft, pre-free agency. They were looking at running backs. That was solid with Kenneth Walker. Could look at wide receiver here. I don't know if they've reached for a wide receiver yet. They'd really like some more help on the D line, but especially where they need help the most is in that secondary. Now, do they go and grab Mansour Delane here? They could grab Jermon McCoy. I personally think Mansour Delane's the better of the two. Or do they snag Caleb Downs, best player available situation, despite the injury concerns? But I'm going to have them still go and take Mansour Delane here.
Yeah, they need that very bad. And if you are the Bengals, easy pick here, Caleb Downs. This is just one of the best players in the draft for a team that really needs help on that defense.
And then we get up to the Dolphins, who, similar to the Jets earlier, they need a lot of help, and they need it just about everywhere. But I feel like, one area that I would really go with if I was the Dolphins is there's some wide receivers still on the board here. You got Micaiah Lemon. You've got Jordan Tyson. I've seen a lot of people say Jordan Tyson's going to fall. I don't understand why. I think he does better for the Dolphins here than a Micaiah Lemon when you already have Jalen Waddle. But Jalen Waddle's no longer on the team. I just caught myself talking, and that's why they're going to take Micaiah Lemon. There we go, Lucas. I just talked myself into it. I almost did it again.
There you go, Micaiah Lemon, wide
Waddle
receiver 1
is
there.
on the Denver Broncos.
Yep. Boom. And now the Dallas Cowboys. This is a team that I could potentially see trying to move up for some of these guys. Some of these names maybe more like could possibly be. I really like them if they get Mansour Delane, but I just really think if he somehow gets, or if he falls to 9 to the Chiefs, they're going to take him no matter what. But now that he's gone, I'm taking the second best, arguably the best cornerback in this draft, Jermon McCoy.
Not bad. And then we get to the Rams, and couple routes again. A couple routes they can go here, but they're in a position where I think they grab best talent available situation. And there's two guys I'm looking at here, in Jordan Tyson, and I'm also kind of looking at Kenyon Sadiq. Don't be surprised if the Rams grab Kenyon Sadiq early here, because they're in a best player available situation. And for that reason, I'm going to shake things up. And I've got the Rams taking Kenyon Sadiq here at pick 13.
Oh man, you scared me for a second, because now with the Ravens, I think they address this wide receiver position, and the clear pick for me, Jordan Tyson. He's an absolute dog and would fit in perfect in this offense.
He'd really compliment Zay Flowers well there. And we get to the Buccaneers, who I kind of screwed over with my pick of Kenyon Sadiq because they desperately need tight end help. But I think that they go and grab some interior offensive line here, bump up that interior, grab a guard, Penn State, here we go. Ilava Vega, Ione. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's how I've been pronouncing it. So I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Good fit, desperately needed. And now back on the clock, the Jets. Earlier they go David Bailey, and now there's been some buzz that they're pretty high on Omar Cooper Jr. and that's where I'm going here. They desperately need another wide receiver next to Garrett Wilson, and I think that's where Cooper comes in and is a very good fit.
I think if you're the Detroit Lions, you're lucked out here a million times over because Spencer Fano is still on the board here at pick 17. Probably the second best tackle in the class. I know a lot of people are high on Caden Proctor. I just don't think he's better than Spencer Fano. I think Fano goes to the Lions here at pick 17.
Yeah, fantastic fit there. And then next, I mean, match made in heaven. I'm going to butcher this guy's name, so you're going to say his last name. The safety, Dylan
Thieneman. I thought we were talking about Jadarian Price again.
Oh, dude. Hey, man, why'd you have to bring that up, dude?
It's just got to be there. For those of you that know, you know.
Yeah, yep. That's it, man. Move on, man. We're not bringing that up.
Then we get back to the Carolina Panthers here. Again, couple ways they could go. Do they address more wide receiver talent? I don't think so, based on how our mock draft has fallen here with Omar Cooper already being taken, Tyson Lemon, they're all gone. I just don't think that they go and grab wide receiver. I mean, they could grab a Denzel Boston or a Casey Conception. I don't think so. I think Conception does go in the first round, maybe just a little bit later. So I don't think they go and grab wide receiver here. I think they're going to be looking at defensive line. I think they're going to go grab Akeem Mesidor from Miami. Not a Ruben Bain merchant. I think he's going to do really, really good things in the NFL.
Man, you just absolutely sniped me on that pick. That's where I had the Cowboys going at 20. And now, man, I think one of the teams that would need a tackle could possibly trade up here for Freeling. I think that could be a possibility. Man, you sniped me on that one. Let's see. I think I'm going to address...
I think there's one glaring need here, and I'm curious to see if you go for it.
Man, I really do think CJ Allen can be a good fit in that defense. Mm-hmm. I don't think they need anything on the offensive line, and I don't think there's any... man, I don't think Avion Terrell yet. I'm going with CJ. I'm going with CJ Allen.
That's who I thought the right choice was too. I think it just the right, especially
too good of a fit.
You.
Yeah,
I sniped you with Mesidor.
You got me there. That was good.
And now we're back at the Steelers. Does Ty Simpson go? Does he go in the first round? I don't think he goes here. I want to give Will Howard a shot, man. I don't know, it could just be those Gruden videos with the snap counts playing in my head, but I think Will Howard has a shot at being something after sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. I hate to give the guy credit, but I think the Steelers address offensive line. Couple different tackles they could take, but I've got them taking Monroe Freeling here.
Yeah, great pick. And now the Chargers are on this. And this one, honestly, I'm going to keep it real short and sweet. I think there's very, very easy pick. They desperately need this on defense. And now you have Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, the safety from Toledo.
And then we get to the Eagles. And this is where it gets really, really interesting. Because they do need help on the defensive side of the ball, on the defensive line. They need Keldrick Falk. They need a Cassius Howell, a TJ Parker. But I think there's going to be a need there that isn't there right now. And I think it's going to be on the offensive side. All right, come on. Jalen Hurts, he is fine. He's still going to be there, people.
Okay.
But his number one target's not going to be there. I think A.J. Brown is a goner. He'll still be here with us, just not on the Eagles. He'll probably be a Patriot.
Good job clearing that up.
I think they go and grab Denzel Boston from Washington here at pick 23.
Yeah, great pick. And now the Browns on the clock here. I believe, earlier I went Carnell Tate. And now I really still think they stay on that offensive side of the ball. And I think they go... man. I'm going to go Blake Miller. I think that's the guy they go. I was between him and Max. Him and Max from Arizona State. And
now we get to my Chicago Bears.
Uh-oh.
Couple ways we go. I've been constantly doing Caden McDonald, and for that reason, I'm not going to pick McDonald today, although I think it's a very, very high possibility. We could see a Caleb Banks here. We could see Peter Woods, but I'm predicting here that we keep pick 25 and we're getting rid of a second this year and maybe a third next year, maybe just a second, depending on what the Giants want. But I think we do get Dexter Lawrence. And for that reason, I think we go and grab, because he slipped here, Caden Proctor from Alabama to play tackle for us.
Yeah. Dude, that dude is an absolute tank as well. So that'd be a great pick for that O-line. And now, I thought you were going to snipe me again for a second. You said his name, but I'm going with Caden McDonald. I think just this is a glaring need for this Bills defense, and it's just a perfect slide in and just play from day one.
And then we get back to the 49ers here, who a couple guys that they would have liked to fall in here that obviously didn't fall this time around. But we've been seeing a lot of buzz for a name to watch for the 49ers. KC Conception from Texas A&M. I think he goes here to the 49ers.
Oh, man. Wow, another name I'm about to butcher. So, because the guy between last time, we're going to go with the tackle from Arizona State. Max Anchor. How that sound?
You got to be at least sort of close here.
Yeah, possibly, man.
And we get back to the Chiefs here, back at pick 29, and I think they double up on corner here. They got rid of 2, bring in another 2. Bring in Avion Terrell, brother AJ Terrell for the Falcons. Bring him on in. Now on our mock draft, they've got Mansour Delane, Avion Terrell. You've just revamped the corner room. I mean,
yeah.
Depending how you feel about Mansour Delane, it could be almost like Trent McDuffie never left.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, for these Dolphins, I was just taking a look at wide receiver just to see who was still there. I know you went with Mekhi Lemon, but I don't think I like any of these options. We are going to go. Let's see. Aren't you the number one Cassius Howell fan?
You know what? Number one hater over here. T-Rex
Okay.
arms himself.
All right, we'll pass on him this time, and we're gonna go Emmanuel Pregnant from Oregon. I think they desperately need that help on the offensive line.
On the interior, yeah. Patriots, who, in my opinion, won't have this pick anymore once the draft comes around because they'll have A.J. Brown. But for the sake of this video, they do still have that pick. So at pick 31, a couple ways they can go, but I think they go and grab Peter Woods, D-tackle from Clemson.
Good pick. And to end this mock draft, the Super Bowl winners. Man, let's see. I know you don't like him, but unfortunately, I don't know if he's going to leave this first round just yet. So I'm going with Lucas's most hyped up player for this draft. He's claiming he's got his name all over Cassius Howell. And
I
that's
mean,
it.
if that's
That's
what they
the
want to
draft.
do is hey, if there's anybody that can make him work, it's Mike McDonald. I don't think he's a bad player by any means. I just think those arms are going to be a problem in the league, man. Could be proven wrong though. I could definitely be proven wrong. I don't know, but man, based off our mock draft, there's a lot of good talent still available in round 2. I think what we've seen is that this is supposed to be a very trade heavy first round and second round, because after those first 3 rounds or so, the talent level really falls off more than usual this time around. But man, you're going to find some really good talent in the second and third round.
Yeah. Now, I mean, if you're looking at this board right now, what shocks you the most?
Let's see. What shocks me the most? Again, I feel like we
Oh,
say
here, no. Let me ask you this: what fan base would be the most mad about their pick?
The most mad about their pick? Ooh, I don't think we really did anybody dirty here. I think the Eagles, because they're always mad about everything.
Dude,
I think they'd be mad with Boston.
That's exactly where I was looking.
And I was talking about this
that's where I was looking.
with Aaron, good, well-known Eagles fan,
Yes.
because he saw some people talking about wide receivers there. And I think it's a very real possibility with you moving off of A.J. Brown, but they do desperately need edge help as well. And for that reason, I'm sure they would have liked to go edge there. But if I picked
Yeah,
edge, they would have been upset I didn't go receiver. So I mean, you can never please Eagles fans. So take what
never,
I gave you.
never. Yeah, I mean, other than that, man, I really everything looks pretty
It
good.
looks pretty good, and I
I
can't
like
wait for
this
the
one.
draft to come around, and then we don't get a single pick outside of Fernando Mendoza. Correct?
Hey, we should do a little maybe little competition. Maybe me and you make our own mock drafts, and we'll see who gets the most right.
Hey, for could be one last episode before the draft.
Could
But
be.
yeah, hey, as well as always, guys, this podcast is brought to you by Poggers, where you can use code TGN for 10% off of all items. Poggers is the hydration and energy drink mix made for gamers, creators, and anyone who plays life at full speed. Zero sugar, all flavor, no crash. Harry, you got anything else you were wanting to add today?
Um, Colts are gonna win the Super Bowl.
All right. And we will see you guys next
All
time. Make
right.
sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe, comment down below, and we'll see you.